Hello everybody, welcome to We Like Dota. This is We Like Dota, the internet's casual Dota 2 podcast. I'm Brian Sahbone, and I'm here to bring you some casual Dota 2 match commentary. I think this one does come to us courtesy of Kylar. And this is a match we played on a Wednesday night a number of weeks ago, and Kylar is playing the Shadow Fiend mid on the Dire side. And yeah, we do have PewPewPew playing the Dragon Knight. I'm playing support on Crystal Maiden. HaroldoNVU will be jungling, I believe, on the Enigma. And good old Ben Yadneb Day will be playing the Elder Titan offlane. Now, if you did notice, we do have a webcam now. So you actually can see my ugly face, and you can see that I do, in fact, love coffee. Oh yeah, that's great. Oh, that's really good, actually. That is a Kenya from my local coffee roaster brewed in my clever coffee dripper, and it is absolutely delicious. So, okay, let's go ahead and talk about the lanes here. We do have a Slark Undying off lane for the Radiant. Looks like it will be a Tinker mid, and for some reason everyone is skating. That only happens in replays, and I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but we're not going to worry about it. And thank God I picked up that invisibility rune there, or I'd be a goner for sure. And we do have a Ricky Abaddon safe lane, and they're going to be kind of up against the wall here on the Radiant side because they only have one ranged hero, and that's in their solo mid lane. The other ones are dual melee lanes in both their side lanes, and that just really makes it difficult to do any sort of harassment. See, if you look here, I can just right-click the Slark. No problem, no issue at all. But I do need to look out for the decay from the Undying. It does, I believe it's Steel Strength. No, it's Sap Strength. No, it says it's Steel Strength. Okay. Which will really knock your HP down, and yeah, you can almost get one shot really easily because of that. And we do have Haroldo using the Eidolons in the jungle here to start jungling and doing that. Normally I'm not a huge fan of jungling, but Enigma is one of those guys that can really just do it pretty efficiently, I think. And Kylar, good idea, picking up some extra regen here because it looks like it's a very aggressive Tinker. Generally, you don't want to be playing super far forward like this just because it really leaves you open to ganks, and you know, one of the side lanes could just rotate down real easy and just gank you no problem. So yeah, it's really strange knowing that I have a webcam and I'm being recorded. But hey, people want it, and we're here to do that. So there you go. And looks like we are going to have a pounce on the Crystal Maiden. I'm probably going to go down here. And yeah, there we go, giving up first blood, and that just goes to show the power of that decay. Yeah, look how much he had. What, 12 strength stolen, and it looks like he's gonna get a double kill here. I don't know if Enigma's gonna be able to make it away, and the pounce will secure that last kill there. So we do have 2 kills going the way of Slark, and that that was another kill on the Dragon Knight. And I think what we should have done is Enigma probably should have gone back this way, back to the tower. And Dragon Knight should not have come down to help because he just kind of fed his life there, and probably should have just stayed back here at the tower. And I'm trying to draw on the minimap and I can't. I'm not going to worry about that. And it looks like Shadow Fiend's getting pretty low here. So that just goes to show no matter what the lane setup is. Oh, and Dying has 2 kills. Okay, well there you go. No matter what the lane setup is, if you're noobs like us, you can really just screw up your laning phase and feed pretty easily. So, and that's part of the problem with Slark, is that he can really just pounce in, and if he can get people out and kind of isolate them like he did us, yeah, you're not going to be able to really do too much against it. And there are just a lot of bugs going on right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Look at all these. That's so weird. Seems like Dota 2's been very buggy and very, I don't know, servers have been going down a lot lately. I don't know what's going on. I'm just skating here. What the heck, man? So yeah, let's take a look at the net worth here. Radiant definitely doing a great job. Let's take a look at the creep score, and we do have Enigma leading the farming chart, which is good for us. Mid lane, Kylar's behind by one kill, but has a ton of denies, which is really nice. Ricky picking up Tranquil Boots. Not sure how I feel about that. And there's another weird bug on the Tranquil Boots. Don't know what's going on there. Yeah, I guess it's nice if you're going to be rotating and ganking around a lot. But yeah, those boots, you don't get the bonus from them anytime you right-click. So it looks like Slark and Undying are going to catch out Enigma again. Since they know that he's jungling, they'll be able to get a kill on him. And there's another kill going the way of Undying, thanks to that, what was that called? Decay. Dragonite wisely sticking close to the tower, and Slark and Undying are looking for another kill pickup here. Crystal Maiden rotating down to the mid lane to try and get a kill on the Tinker, but looks like Tinker saw what was going on and wisely decided to back up, played a little less aggressively. Okay, never mind. I'm not sure what he's doing right now. And we do have the stun going down from Crystal Maiden, and I think we'll be able to get this one, maybe get a little raise damage. Oh, just off the mark. He's down to 19 hit points. I don't know if we'll be able to clean him up. And we decide to back off, which is probably good. That's called Frostbite. It's not really a stun, it's more of a snare, I guess, if you will. Goes back to the old MMO days, playing a, I think it was a hunter in EverQuest. You could get snares. No, it was a root. That's what it was. Those are a root. A snare slows you down. A root keeps you in place. Oh gosh, that coffee's so good. So yeah, scores 4-0. Looking pretty grim for us on the Dire. Oh, there's my sweet courier. I think that was my. I think it's a Greevil from TI3. Got him from doing some of the compendium. There's actually a compendium game mode where you could, if there was a match played with a particular draft, let's say, you know, a 5-on-5 match between, like, say, Alliance and Fnatic, you would actually replay the match using the same heroes in a pub game. The results were about as terrible as you would expect. Okay, Abaddon going for the Tranquil Boots. I think that's actually a good pickup for Abaddon because he's going to be using that Aphotic Shield and the Mist Coil quite often. It looks like we have Elder Titan trying to chase out the Riki here, but he wisely decides to back up. Not going to be able to secure a kill against an Abaddon and a Riki. A little more aggression happening here in the top lane. I know Slark players are always nice and aggressive. I do like the Orb of Venom pickup for Slark. In the early levels, I think this is a really underrated item. A lot of poison damage and a decent slow as well, so I think that's a pretty good pickup. Usually you'll want to build that into an Eye of Scotty later, or you could just sell it. It doesn't cost... How much does it cost? I think you gotta go to the side shop for that. Doesn't cost a huge amount from what I remember. Yeah, $275. That's a value pickup. That's a value pickup. So pretty quiet game as of right now. And I'm not sure what's going on here with Elder Titan. Gosh, I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. It just seems so buggy. I can't imagine Ben just stood here like this. But, you know, whatever. He's going for the double gauntlets of strength, maybe picking up a drum. I don't know what is Gauntlet build into. Looks like we have a little action here in the mid lane, potentially. Crystal Maiden and Shadow Fiend maybe trying to pick off Tinker. Nope. Slark and Undying still looking for a kill. And really, I think the longer that we can... This combo is really deadly in the early game, but I think the longer the game goes on, Undying drops off really hard, and their kind of two-person gank squad setup that they have becomes much less effective. And I think the sooner that we're able to set up some good old 5-man Dota. I think the sooner we can start winning the game, maybe. So you can see here that they're just looking for a kill. They're looking to pick up Enigma, and wisely we decide to group up and just play it safe so we don't get picked off anymore. And I know I usually buy wards on our team, and usually I would have liked to have a ward maybe back here in the jungle, like, I don't know, even up on this cliff would have been nice.
Radiant's top tower is in bad shape.
But you can only buy wards every 6 minutes, and I've already got one in this spot, and then also one right here for top vision of the rune. And this Tinker's really playing pretty aggressively, getting the laser on Kylar there. As a Crystal Maiden, Tinker's really annoying to play against because his spells just do so much damage, especially against a squishy support like Crystal Maiden. And I think because of the immortal items from the compendium, you know, he got that Boots of Travel cosmetic item or whatever. I think I've seen a pretty huge uptick in Tinker play. I think that also has to do with we've seen him a lot in pro matches and all that. So guys, I do apologize if the video looks a little jerky or doesn't look quite as smooth as Beyond the Summit, or I've got DreamHack on right now. Their videos look real nice. But as it turns out, I can't afford a super nice computer. I can do enough to, I think I can do 1080p okay and do 30 frames okay without looking too bad. I think the frame rate might drop a little bit here and there, but I think we might be able to get a Slark pick off here. We have Dragon Knight rotating down. Enigma taking quite a bit of damage from the right click of Slark. And he is going to be able to do, what is that, Shadow Dance? Shadow Dance out of there. Midnight Pulse going down, definitely not going to do anything. And that's the issue with Slark, man. That guy just, he's good at ganking one-on-one. He can, one-on-one he can initiate really well, but if he gets into trouble, he can leap away really well as also. And yeah, he's just hard to lock down. You really just need a good stun out of him, because Crystal Maiden, she does not have a stun. She just has that frostbite that I was talking about earlier, and Tinker gets a kill on me. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, I remember. I was coming down here to try and ward, I think, and I think he picked me off or something like that. But yeah, as I was saying, you really need a stun to lock down Slark. I believe he can still use Shadow Blade to get out of the frostbite, which is really annoying. But hey, that's the way that it goes, and that's okay. So we do have Dragon Knight building into the, I think into the power treads, which are quite delayed at this point at 12 minutes, and his net worth is quite low. But that's okay. I remember PewPewPew is a newer player, and Dragon Knight is a good hero to learn on, I think. So we were happy to have him along, and I hope he had fun. So really with Dragon Knight, you can really contribute quite a bit, even if you're really behind on farm. I know his items aren't super great and doesn't have a ton of farm. Quite the deficiency in farm, actually, and that's okay. Yeah, his dragon form, you can really push towers really well with that, and the Dragon Tail stun is really nice. And let's see what Slark's doing. This Slark has just been roaming like crazy.
Technical difficulties.
But he only has one kill. Undying's been getting a lot of the kills, which I would think you'd want Slark to get most of those, because Undying's going to drop off pretty hard in the mid-game. His ultimate form is really nice, and we do have Slark approaching from the rear. And I don't think we know he's up there.
Mid tower's coming apart.
And it looks like we're just going to go ahead and push this mid lane, which, while they're all screwing around in the river, trying to kill Ben feeding a kill.
Radiant's mid tower.
And it looks like Elder Titan will go down, or will he make it out? It looks like he's going to make it out alive with 30 hit points left. Good lord, that lucky guy. We do have Ricky, and we do get the frostbite on the Ricky, and he is going down pretty quick here, but the permanent invisibility is kicking in. The ward, the sentry ward does go down, but it's a little late. It's nice to have dust in those instances, so if he runs away, you know, if he just runs out of range of the sentry, You know, if he's dusted, you'll still see him. And the Dragon Tail going down on Tinker, and a big black hole going to catch out Tinker, and it looks like Tinker will go down. Nice to use that ultimate to catch him out since he was so far ahead. And it looks like Enigma's going to go down, and it's currently a 1-for-1 exchange here. And it looks like the Radiant are just going to back off. Yeah, I'm okay with using a black hole to take out their number 2 farmed Tinker. I think that's just fine. And we do get a tower out of the exchange. So I would still say that... Well, let's see, who's ahead here? Yeah, the Radiant's definitely still ahead, but definitely able to come back from it thanks to that tower kill. And we did get the one hero kill there, so hopefully we'll be able to rebound off this and make a comeback. You can see here I'm still sitting on wards, tangos, and brown boots, and if you're playing number 5 support, man, that's just life as a support. 15 minutes into the game sitting on boots and wards. I could be a little bit more rich, but one, we do have the jungling Enigma, and let's see, where's the pole camp? Yeah, is this it? Yeah, that's it. With Slark and Undying constantly roaming our jungle, it was a little scary to try and get that pole camp. So we do have Shadow Fiend getting the kill on Ricky, which I think that happened in the bottom lane. Sorry, I missed that. But guys, can you believe it's been about a month since I've done a community match, so I really apologize for that. Jared and I knew we were going to have some money to buy a webcam. We wanted to wait to do that until we had that. Midnight Pulse going to be used, and not really doing too much, but it will zone them out, and Crystal Maiden barely making it out alive. But yeah, we thought the webcam would add a nice touch, which is why we kind of waited to start doing some more of these until we got that. And right now it's in my office / brewery / podcasting studio, and Katie and I, my wife, we're gonna try and kind of set up the office a little bit more so it looks a little bit nicer, and you know, you won't see all of my junk in the background. But those are all baby steps, guys. You gotta take baby steps, you know. So it looks like Abaddon is going to be building into a mech. Undying is going to be... I don't know what he's going for. Tinker sitting on that Soul Ring and bottle. Ricky going for the Sans Tranquil Boots build, which is debatable. I think I'd rather see him build a Yasha first, but that Sanj will give him a nice amount of HP, I guess. But Kylar does get a kill on Ricky, and I guess that goes to show you do need some HP on Ricky, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Going for the bracer, and I think for the drums on Elder Titan. I think Kylar's looking to build into that Shadow Blade. Enigma has the Blink Dagger. Now, the Blink Black Hole combo on Enigma is just brutal, and I hope we see some good Black Hole combos. And we do have Slark just in the off lane, split pushing or farming up, or you know, whatever he's trying to do. And I think if we're able to push the Radiant, I think it looks like it could be a potential 5-on-3 engagement. We'll definitely win. But as the Dire, it's hard to know necessarily what to do because you don't know if there's 2 more guys behind there. And we're not really sure where these guys are. I guess we can assume... We could assume that Slark is in this lane because of the ward here and the creeps and all that, so... I think it probably would be best just to go ahead and push. But that's okay. I'm not sure who has these awesome portal skins. I think that's Ben that has those. Yep. Those are really cool. I've got the free-to-play camera wards. I really like those a lot. Those are my favorite. I always have those activated. This is something I was talking about earlier. You want to watch your movements and make sure you're not moving around too much, because if you move around a lot, you're missing out on farm and experience in lane, and if you move around a lot, you'll definitely miss out on that, and you can really just put yourself in a bad position economically just by moving around too much. So usually when you're in a lane, you don't want to move to another spot unless you have a big reason to. And I would kind of say it looks like we're just moving for no reason, if I'm being honest, which kind of stinks.
Dyer's lost the top tower.
Tinker is able to take out that tier 1 top tower for the Dyer. And Undying building into the Hood of Defiance.
Have fun trying to
I'm not sure if that's a core item or not on him. That's something Jared could tell you, but
Radiant's bottom tower.
it's a good item nonetheless. Some nice HP regen and some spell resistance. Which actually, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it's nice against the Crystal Maiden, but nobody else is really doing a ton of magic damage. Elder Titan does a little.
There goes Radiant's bottom
But a ton of damage is going to be coming out from the Shadow Fiend and the physical attacks of the Dragon Knight. But Dragon Knight's a little underfarmed right now, so he's not going to be a huge threat. Looking at the gold graph, we've managed to swing it back down to even, and it was actually a little bit in our favor, but not anymore. And so it's more or less even. So really, it all comes down to these next couple fights if we're able to swing it around or able to take down some towers to get an advantage. In tower counts, the Dyer is ahead. We have taken down a tier 1 and a tier 1 in the mid lane. And really, I really like the Enigma pickup to play support because his pushing is just really nice with the Eidolons. He's able to just really push out these towers and just go crazy. And it looks like I just missed a big kill in the jungle. And you know what? Since this is a replay, I'm going to go backwards, guys. Try and stop me. Just a typical noob mistake here since I haven't casted in quite a while. Okay, so we do have Slark pouncing in on the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend pops the ultimate and just does a ton of damage and turns it around. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. That Requiem of Souls, holy crap. Jeez. That took him down to like 20% and he was just able to clean him up no problem with his right clicks. And really that's because Slark and Ricky are pretty fragile. I know that Slark is listed as a durable hero under the character selection, but he just have I don't know. Ricky has more armor than he does. He has, how much? Let's see, he has 777 HP. I don't know. I don't really think Slark is known as being a quote-unquote tanky hero. Correct me if I'm wrong or send me hate mail or whatever you want. But I just, I think he's more tanky or durable in the fact that he can escape really easily. So yeah, casting these games, it's all about watching the minimap. Which I forget. I think we're going to have Slark going on the Elder Titan here, and I think he's probably going to get caught out unless Dragon Knight's able to help him out, which I think I would recommend Dragon Knight to just turn around, because he's so low here. He's pretty much just feeding himself into the meat grinder. And he wisely turns around, but up here we do have Shadow Fiend and Enigma going in on the Abaddon, wisely waiting until his ultimate popped. If you see Abaddon glowing green like that, that's his ultimate. It pops automatically. And a Black Hole catching out Abaddon. Not entirely sure if that was wise to use that ultimate that's on a 3-minute cooldown on a solo Abaddon kill, but a kill's a kill nonetheless. I don't really think they had any other way to catch him though, unless Dragon Knight was able to catch up to him and use that stun, because the stun is long range when you're in dragon form. But when you're in normal non-dragon form, the stun is melee range. So let's take a look at the kill chart here. We do have Shadow Fiend leading at 6 kills and 0 deaths, and is sitting on that Shadow Blade, which is really nice. The Shadow Blade, a lot of people tend to use it as an escape item, which it's it can be used as that, but I think its real strength is as a initiation item. Because what you do on the Shadow Fiend is you pop the Shadow Blade, and you either sneak around to the back or you flank the other team somehow, and you pop your Requiem of Souls, and you just do a ton of damage, and then everyone just goes nuts, and you just clean up the fight, no problem here. And I thought for a second Slark was going to catch me out, but Slark wisely deciding to back off after seeing Elder Titan, Dragon Knight, and Crystal Maiden. So I'm sitting on 2 last hits and 3 denies, which is really horrible as a support. I feel like I should have maybe a little bit more farm as a support, but that farm should be going to my carries. But even kind of in between team fights and stuff, you know, between warding and stacking and all that, I feel like I should be jungling maybe a little bit or trying to find some farm elsewhere. Because you know, it's good to have your carries farmed and all that, but you definitely want to make sure that your supports are farmed as well, because they can get some good items like Force Staff, a Yule Scepter, Mechanism, Pipe, you know, drums, that sort of thing. And I bet Elder Titan's feeling pretty good now, sitting on the urn and the drums. Not sure what he's going to go for next, but those are really about pretty much your core items for Elder Titan. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and push this tier 2 mid tower. And not wise for Tinker to teleport in like that, and I think he does decide to cancel it. I see Midnight Pulse being used on the tower. I'm not sure if that... Okay, so he used that more just to zone them out. And Elder Titan scouting out the Slark. And we do teleport to the top lane to stop this small creep wave. And Enigma does have the Boots of Travel, which I think is great. It really lets him kind of split push a little bit more easier. A little bit more easier? Is that the right verbiage? I don't know. But you can almost act kind of like Nature's Prophet at that point. And, oh, I don't know, Slark backs up, and Crystal Maiden totally whiffing the ultimate here. Gosh, what a waste that was. That's not a good idea to use a Crystal Maiden ultimate against a Slark, because he just jumps right out of it unless he's stunned. So that was a big misplay on my part. And we do have Tinker doing what Tinker does with his Boots of Travel and just farming up and split pushing, using the March of the Machines. And I'm not sure if that uses... I'm not sure if that does tower damage or not. It doesn't look like it does, so I'm not exactly sure why he's using that besides trying to zone out heroes. And we do have Shadow Fiend teleporting down here to clear out this creep wave and to scare Tinker back, while we have Crystal Maiden, Dragon Knight, and Enigma split pushing to get the tier 1 offlane tower. And really, it feels like the Dire's making a bit of a comeback here. Radiant is ahead in XP, but the Dire is somewhat ahead in gold, about 4,000 ahead in gold, which is really nice. Elder Titan just sitting here with Ricky. Ricky looks like he's going for that Sange and Yasha, which actually, the more that I think about it, I think Sange first isn't necessarily a bad idea, because you get that nice maim, that nice slow, and also a nice HP buff. So Sange and Yasha, I think is actually a really good item if you can get it around this time. It does tend to drop off though, so it's not something that you necessarily want to go for with late game in mind. And it does look like Elder Titan will be building into the mech, because God knows I'm not going to get it anytime soon. I finally upgrade my brown boots to the tranquil boots, and it looks like we have Kylar going for potentially a Desolator. Let's see, what does Mithril Hammer build into? Yeah, BKB, Maelstrom, and Desolator. I would assume he's going Desolator, which is really nice. Has that nice armor debuff. Really help against Tinker and Abaddon. I mean, look how much extra armor Abaddon has, good lord. And Kylar getting the kill on the Undying. And it looks like I died as well in that exchange, but I was talking more about items in that case, so sorry about that. But yeah, I remember this just being a really fun game, being excited that it wasn't necessarily so one-sided. Nobody on the team fed like crazy. Yeah, just those games where you have one person who feeds the other lane really hard. It's just those are not fun because you feel like you don't even have a chance even if you play well, and they're kind of soul-crushing, so. And I know in the lower skill brackets, that's, I have 2.3 KMMR, which is not fantastic by any means, but I do feel like I kind of got out of that bracket where the matches are determined just solely based on one person who does or does not feed. Those are always so annoying. So if you're in the trench, as they call it, the hell trench, just keep playing. Keep looking to improve, read guides, figure out how to play better, and yeah, you'll get to a spot where the games start to improve. So keep your chin up, guys. Keep your chin up. And I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I'm not sure if I'm looking to ward or... Okay, yeah. I like this ward quite a bit because it gives you a little bit of vision on the entrance to the jungle, but also on Roshan. And a bit of an engagement happening in the mid lane here. The Sentry Ward catching out Ricky, and it looks like he will go down. And the Earth Splitter doing a decent amount of damage, hitting the Undying and slowing him down quite a bit. But it looks like we're just going to get the Ricky kill, and that's it. Slark was able to take down Enigma. I think Enigma was a little far forward up here, trying to split push. And Shadow Fiend does get the kill with the raise on the Undying, so a nice 2-for-1 exchange.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
That's the only problem with split pushing is you really have to have vision and you have to know when it's okay to be split pushing and to do it with the risks minimized, I guess is the right way to say it. And it looks like we do have Roshan up, and I think
Radiant's mid tower's getting
we're going to try and go for it. There we go. I was talking a couple of weeks ago about Enchantress. I've really started to like Enchantress quite a bit, and with her Untouchable, you can take Roshan so easily because the minus 120 attack speed makes Roshan hit like once every 10 seconds or something. It's just something ridiculous like that. It looks like Shadow Fiend will be picking up the Aegis while Enigma's trying to push away the split pushing Tinker. And it looks like we have our eyes set on the bottom lane to go ahead and push that lane out and, yeah, really try and get the Radiant pushed into their towers. And it's really nice when you have a tower advantage. You know, we do have that tier 2 down, so it looks like we're trying to take the other tier 2s. Because when you are down to only your tier 3s, your only vision can come from 2 wards that you can buy every 6 minutes. So it starts to become a little scary to farm. You're not sure if you're safe, you're not sure if there's somebody waiting around the corner to gank you, those sorts of things. So yeah, you really want to look out for that. And I think even in the lower levels, I think taking objectives, pushing towers, taking Roshan is going to matter so much. And the Crystal Maiden all being popped again, going to do a little bit of work, and a huge black hole catching out 3 of them, but nobody's there to take advantage of it. Man, but Kylar is going to come in and be able to clean up here. Probably going to get a kill on Undying. Goes down. Aegis being popped from Slark. And Ricky goes back to being invisible. And we do have a 2-for-2 exchange here. And man, that was just a beautiful black hole. I wish there would have been somebody there to take advantage of it. And Crystal Maiden does die from the Undying zombies. Lol, indeed. So that was a fun little exchange there.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
But the Radiant do come out on top in that exchange. And Broadsword. I'm not sure what Broadsword builds into. Looks like Kylar's going to be going for a Chrysalis and a Daedalus, potentially. So good luck on that. Elder Titan does have his mech finished up. I think it would have been nice to have that finished around the 20-minute mark. A mech in that last fight down here could have really just changed the tide of that game, but man, good job on Haroldo getting that getting that 3-man black hole, that was just really nice. And he's going to be chased out here from Tinker. Look how much damage those missiles are doing. Gosh. And what's really nice, if you can get Ags, that missile damage is doubled. I really like how Ag Scepter works on Tinker. It kind of just buffs his other spells. And Kylar does have that Chrysalis to get some crits up. I think he'll be building that into a Daedalus before too long. We do have Dragonite trying to get some recovery farm in the jungle, which that's good for him. It's always really hard to last hit in the early game, especially if you're new. And I think PewPewPew has maybe about 30 games played, so I feel like stacked up against some people who have, I have about 250 games, Kylar has about 300, Ben has about 350. He's doing really well, so shout out to PewPewPew for playing really well and hanging with us, doing some good work, getting that BKB, trying to be as useful as possible, so good for him. And we do have Enigma trying to clear out this creep wave here, which is, with those boots of travel, it's actually really nice because you can really keep your lanes pushed out really easily. You know, he can use the boots of travel to go anywhere he wants to just clear out creep waves and make sure we don't have creeps pressing too hard into the base. So, and with Shadow Fiend being as far ahead as he is, we are completely safe without Enigma. It is nice to have that black hole, but we're okay at the moment without him. And he is going for the Necro Book, which is really nice. Will help bolster his his split push, and I believe he can use the. I think he can convert the Eidolons from Necro Creeps, I believe. And another whiffed Crystal Maidenall, and Kylar getting the triple kill. Oh my goodness! Thanks to the ultimate. Good lord. The damage, you guys. The damage. Gosh. And we do try and catch out the Slark here, but, you know, it's not a huge deal. What the heck is he going to do if he runs away? So I feel like I want to do another replay here. Let's... Was that from killing him? Like, did he die and then the ultimate pop, and is that what happened? Alright, let's see here. Echo Stomp, catching him out. Okay, there's the Shadow Blade. Ultimate initiation, and Crystal Maiden all going down, not doing anything. And it looks like, yeah, they're going to right-click him down, and then his ultimate pops again when he dies, killing 3 of them. Good lord. So, yeah, 3 squishy heroes like Undying and... Let's see, what was that? Undying, Tinker, and Ricky. Which Tinker isn't super squishy, but Undying at this point in the game really starts to drop off pretty hard, so that kind of stinks. So Kylar did have to sacrifice his life in order to get 3 kills, but I think we'll take that trade any day of the week.
Radiant's top tower's hurting. Radiant's gone.
So, with only 1 Radiant hero up, we are able to push
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
the second of 3 Tier 2 towers remaining.
Radiant's top
And it looks like this tower will go down pretty easily.
The Radiant got one last top
Can you
tower.
guys see me picking at my beard? I need to not do that. I forget that you guys can see me. This is strange.
Top tower's hurting.
This is strange. Alright, here we go. Let's see here. What has Enigma leveled up the Necro Book? Not yet. The thing that's cool is with the Necro Books, when they hit level 3, one of the creeps has True Sight, so you're able to just kind of walk them around their jungle and just take out wards and stuff, which is really nice. Tinker working on that Dagon, level 2. How much damage is that doing now? 500. Okay, that's not too bad. That's like another laser. A little bit stronger than the laser. Quite a bit stronger than the laser. But yeah, that's really nice because you can Dagon, blow all your spells, rearm, blow them all again. and then use your boots to get out. Does he have the immortal item? No, he does not. That's kind of a shame. I've been seeing so many people with the immortal item, and Tinker will get caught out yet again. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. They didn't have too much vision. They have no vision in their jungle. They have no vision in this lane whatsoever. So Tinker was a little far forward, especially if he doesn't know where we are from the dire side. It's can be a little bit risky. Here we go again, Dragon Knight trying to recover a little bit in the Radiant jungle, so good for him. And Crystal Maiden sitting on a Staff of Wizardry. I don't remember if I go for Yule's or Force Staff here. I probably went Yule's because I really like it. I think it's a very underrated support item because it's not a stun in the fact... I mean, it is a stun, but when you use it, you can't damage the person that's caught in the stun, but you take them out of the fight. So basically it makes it a 4-on-5 or a 3-on-5 or what have you for a couple of seconds, which is really great. And you can also use it defensively on yourself. And, I've used it to help set up spells before, and Slark getting caught out here, definitely going to go down. The Earth Splitter not doing too much, but I think Elder Titan used that mostly just to secure the kill on the Slark. Checking on Roshan. Roshan's not available. Roshan, whatever. Enigma upgrading that Necro book to level 2. And Kylar needs to get this Daedalus recipe out here, but is there another part that goes into Daedalus besides the recipe and the Chrysalis? Yes, the Demon Edge, okay. Yeah, he probably bought the recipe first. I think he probably bought it when he was about to die. Because, you have reliable gold and unreliable gold. I'm not going to explain that here, but you can go check it out on Dota2wiki.com for more of an explanation. You want to spend that unreliable gold that you get from creep kills before you die. And he does go ahead and upgrade that to the Daedalus. Must have been on the... Oh no, he just stopped. Did he stop by the secret shop or did he get it from the courier? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's get vision back here. There we go. So yeah, still kind of quiet. Both teams resigning to just kind of farm up a little bit. Dire is ahead by about 12,000 gold, and poor Tinker here is probably going to get caught out again. He does have another 4-on-1 type situation. Which, it just goes to show that you really need to be communicating with your team so you don't have incidents like that happening. Because the Radiant team, they're just kind of all over the place, just kind of one-on-one. And when you have a team... like a team doing 4 or 5-man pushes like we are, you can't be just sending guys in one at a time. I'm not sure what Slark is planning on building into here. Oh, Kylar just getting destroyed by the Slark-Ricky combo. Whew! I don't think he expected Ricky to be there with his invisibility. Probably would have been best for him to wait until he had some backup with him. Which, if you're a carry this far ahead, it's real easy to start doing that. It's real easy to just start getting cocky and kind of go into God mode. Okay, Elder Titan building into an Assault Cuirass, which I think is a really great item for him. I like Elder Titan because he's... I don't know, we talked about him on podcast episode number 21, and he's very good at carrying auras, like the drum, the mech, AC, and he just brings some stuns, some damage. He just kind of brings a little bit of everything, so really, really like Elder Titan. Dragon Knight building into a Reaver, kind of going for the casual point booster, Vit booster, and Reaver here, not sure what he's intending on building into. I wish Jared was here, because he always knows what's up. Okay, probably building into a Heart of Tarask. I don't have all the recipes memorized like Jared does, so you'll have to bear with me while I check out the shop. And I was trying to set up an aggressive ward, and Ricky just picked me off no problem. I'm an idiot. Shouldn't have done that. But we do have the Necro level 3 for Enigma, so good guy Geraldo really farming up quite nicely. And I gotta say, he's playing really well, really helping us get map control. And part of the reason we won is because of Enigma. Just really helping out and getting that map control, putting us in a very dominant spot. And Tinker, not sure what Tinker's doing here, teleporting in on these creeps. And I'm not sure why nobody turned around to help out Dragon Knight here when when Tinker teleported in here. But a black hole gonna catch out Ricky and Tinker, but are we gonna get the damage? Yes! Elder Titan there with the Earth Splitter to pick him off. And Ricky just slinks away with the double damage room and the invisibility. Was Elder Titan getting that kill? No, I think a black hole pulse killed him off, but definitely that Earth Splitter really helped out quite a bit.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business.
But yeah, the damage from black hole is nothing to sneeze at.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
It says max, let's see, minimum damage 30, maximum damage 60. I think that's a damage over time type spell, and the further you are away from the center, the less damage it does. You guys can see me picking my nose, which is kind of gross. Gotta stop doing that. It's more of a scratch. There's an episode of Seinfeld about that, where Jerry was scratching the inside of his nose instead of just like digging around in there. Big shout out to Seinfeld, okay? Big fan of the Seinfeld. So I hope the webcam isn't awkward. I feel fine being in front of it, and I hope it's not awkward for you guys. And if it is, just let me know. And I will never do another video with my terrible face on it again. But yeah, I think with the webcam, I'm gonna try and do some more streaming. Do that more on a regular basis, which should be a good time. And Shadow Fiend picking up the Aegis from the Roshan kill, and I know somebody on the Noobs Ask Noobs thread asked to explain like I'm 5, which is a Reddit thing, how the Roshan timer works, and I somewhat knew how it worked when it had the kind of pulsing circles and whatnot, but now I'm not sure how it works at all. I'm not sure. I don't know if each one of these are like a minute or what. I don't know how it works. So, you see, there we go. I was talking earlier about that Yules. Look, I don't want to pat myself on the back too much here, but popping Yules on a Batten when his ultimate goes off is great because you can't damage him, and it just wastes time on his ultimate, so he's not going to be able to gain back any health at all during that time. So, there we go. And Ricky diving in here against the Shadow Fiend, popping the dust, going to get the Ricky kill, no problem whatsoever.
Dire's top tower's gone.
And you definitely, when you're playing against a Ricky or really anybody with a Shadow Blade, those items work really well. As I bump my mic stand, those items work well against people who don't know to have detection, so having dust and sentries and whatnot. But Ricky is just countered so easily by silences and dust, and really gems of true sight. So I feel like he probably dove Kylar thinking we wouldn't have detection, but we did. So we are pushing the tier 4 towers here, and it looks like it's going to be pretty much game over for the Radiant. Yeah, it's all over at this point. So there we go. We had a good time. It was nice to have a decent team and a nice blend of skill levels. So thanks for watching, everybody. I had a good time. Yeah, keep submitting your matches to the We Like Dota Reddit thread for the community matches and everything. I just put a new one up, so go ahead and drop those in there. I think there was one more match that was submitted that I need to cast, so I'm not sure when I'm gonna get to that, but I think I'm gonna play some Dota right now because I haven't been able to play in about a week. I've been out in the middle of nowhere in the wilderness on my backpacking trip. So if you want to hear about that, listen to the podcast. Check us out at Reddit, reddit.com/r/WeLikeDota. Of course, you can go to WeLikeDota.com for links to the podcast and links to gosh, everything else that you need out there. So thanks for watching, everybody. Leave some feedback. Let me know what you think of the webcam, and we'll see you guys next time.